Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to my spiritual healing journey, Lotus Evolution 369. It's your girl Lotus, aka Cynthia, or Cynthia, aka Lotus. What's up, light beings? Today is April 6th, 2026. It is now 1:09 p.m. in the afternoon, and I am recording what I picked up today, or what I'm going to be sharing on today is ancestral messages, or rather spirit guide messages or messages from the Most High. I've been channeling some information and energy today, and I just wanted to relay some guidance and some protection and some peace or motivation towards those who actually need it. Um, and just to be able to just give you what I feel like that the collective energy needs to be shared. Okay. Um, it's a lot of things that God laid on my heart today to speak on, and I really just was sitting with it for a while. I like to sit and meditate on whatever it is that God wants me to relate to the collective energy, because you know, I never want to move or speak out of pocket, or move or speak out of question, or move or speak out of doubt, or interference, right? I always want to speak from my heart, from my truth, from what's really going on the inside, what really has been downloaded or received through myself or through my own healing journey. So I share my journey with you all because I know that there's a lot of people out here that's going through what I'm going through, or have experienced what I have experienced, or are experiencing things and just don't fully understand what it is they're going through, and they struggling through it just like I'm working. Well, cancel struggle. We're working through it together, right? Because another thing I'm learning about is speech. As you can see at all my videos, I'm working on myself through how way or which way I choose to express my word, right? Because your words are power, and if you know and understand that your words are power, you have to also understand how you say those words, and which way you formulate those words or sentences or things of that nature. So you have to be very careful, especially with the English language, because the English language can be very tricky, right? It is a language of multiple spells, because it is a language that is not just a derivative of itself. It is a language that is derived from multiple languages that have been melted together or fused together through the term of melting pot. Okay. Now, I never start readings or a reading without a scripture. Like I said, I was sitting here and I was actually working, and then I started picking up or downloading information, and I was like, okay, let me just take some notes because I still want to get some things done, because I have work to do. So, something just prompted me to stop and just go ahead and start recording. So I'm gonna record, and I'm gonna just breathe on or pull out whatever messages come, and just channel that information as clearly and as quickly and as efficiently as I possibly can, with hopes and light, love, and positive energy, that whoever hears or receives these messages grow from them, heal from them, learn from them, are changed. Okay. Uh, Song I'm hearing: I need space to receive you, space to relieve you. I Need Faith by Alex Jean. I Need Faith. So, the scriptures that we're starting with, that we're going to be reading with, are Psalms 34 and 7, and Psalms 27 and 14. Psalms 34 and 7: the angel of the Lord encampeth round about them that fear him, and delivereth them. So I'm going to elaborate on that. Just let me read the second one. It says, wait on the Lord, be of good cheer, or be of good courage, and he shall strengthen thy heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord. So the first scripture, it says, the Lord encampeth round about them that fear him, and delivereth them. It's not a matter of being afraid of anyone else besides being afraid of yourself, right? A lot of times we're afraid of our own darkness. We're afraid of our own shadow, right? Because a lot of us have not allowed ourselves to fully explore our shadow, right? Or explore our true darkness, or our true inner being, right? So it's a lot of stuff in us that's still hidden, um still unexplored, or undeveloped, or under I'll say nurtured, or just derived, right? So we haven't really fully derived from within ourselves just yet. And a lot of us are going through that process, right? A lot of us are learning through the cycle of life, and we're waking up and we are evolving and we are changing and we are transitioning and moving into a new phase of life, especially with it being spring. And in the process of spring and then spring season, animals wake up, plants wake up, the earth itself begins to wake up and start a new cycle or rotation, in which where it's shifting the atmosphere, I'm hearing, right? And when it says be in fear of the most high or be in fear of God, it's not saying in the sense that you should be afraid of the outcome. It's saying being fearful of your productivity in that process, right? And I'll elaborate on that more in the sense of saying, like, you have to be very careful about what it is you put out in the atmosphere and what seeds you're currently planting right now, right? I'm getting that this is a warning ancestral message. um, I'm also picking up that a lot of you need to begin to start new spiritual practices or hone in on your spiritual practice, right? Like, I'm getting that a lot of people are, because this is uncomfortable, y'all. I have to adjust my seating. Um, a lot of us are not as in tune as we need to be. So it's like when you think about a piano, right? If a piano's been sitting for years and no one's played it or touched it or used it, it needs some work to it to tune it up, because the keys are no longer going to hit like they used to hit. The sound is not going to be as crisp or as sharp. So it's the same aspect when it comes to you in terms of your spiritual connection and your connection to self and source, right? Your vibrational frequency, your when you think about an antenna, your channel, your station that you're on, right? So your channel or your station that you are walking on, or your journey that you are taking, you are also aligned with a spiritual or vibrational frequency that you are emitting. Okay. And when you are emitting that frequency, sometimes it's not as strong as it needs to be. It's the same thing with a radio station when you're turning the knob and you're attempting to get a good, clear, crisp sound from that radio station. You yourself, your body, your being is also just like that radio station that's attempting to be tuned in on, either by source, by your spirit guides, by your ancestors, by angels, by higher beings or higher developmental processes that come from different dimensions, spaces, places, times, and continuums. Okay. Now, I know people might be like, oh, what the hell is she talking about? That sounds crazy. No, we are not just connected to ourselves. We are ethereal beings. We're etheric beings, right? We're energetic beings, energetic bodies. And because we are energetic beings and bodies, we are connected to more than just ourselves, right? We're connected to each other. The law of unity says that we're all one, that we are all one in the body of Christ. We're all one in the atmosphere, ethosphere, retrosphere, whatever you want to call it. We're all one in the collective consciousness, right? Even though we are our own entities and our own beings within that collective consciousness, we are still all one. We're all connected. So we may operate, and I said this before in one of my videos, we may operate like a group of cells that have been designed or organized or sent to develop that particular part of the body. And so when we are in that part of the body, we operate at a certain frequency or a certain way in order for that organ to function and do what it needs to do. Okay. Now, when I speak about organs, I'm talking to the different groups or dynamics of people. Now, again, this is going to get deeper, because I'm also not just talking to whoever is just out there. I'm talking to the spirit guys, the ancestors, the angels, the archon, the witches, warlocks, warcrafts, whatever the fuck, the the light beings, the dark beings, whatever, whoever you identify yourself as. I'm talking to you and the category in which you choose to be connected or collectively deciphered to or divided to, right? Even down when you think about like the different religions and the different cultures, right? Each one of you works together to keep that particular culture or derivative of a religion, or you work together to keep it thriving, to keep it functioning, to keep it flowing. It's the same aspect when you think of the organs in the body, right? The cells that match the heart go to the heart. The cells that match the liver or the stomach or the kidneys go to those directions or those places. And they work accordingly. They work together in the collective consciousness to keep the body functioning and flowing. It's the same concept when you think about how we function and thrive and live on the planet Earth. Each human being has some type of function or derivative that they are connected to, or organ or a special part or place that they are connected to in terms of how the Earth thrives, evolves, and changes and rotates. Okay? Now, I'm bringing this up because what's happening is the earth is in a reset, right? We're in a reset process. So there are going to be a lot of people that are going to be waking up and wanting to do things, say things, or carry on a certain way because of just what their insides are telling you. Like your intuition is starting to kick in, your willpower is starting to kick in, your motivation is kicking in, your determination is kicking in, your thought processes are kicking in. You're changing, right? You're not the same person you used to be, or you're no longer wanting to be that same person, right? Now, some of us did not graduate. Some people did not do enough work on themselves or inner work on themselves. So they're still, some of them still have chances to get it right, and some of them do not. Some of them have either doomed themselves or have already conditioned themselves or agreed to stay at the level in which they're at because they either feel like they still need lessons to learn, or they're just comfortable. They're sleep, or whatever the case may be. It's levels to this shit, right? However, those of you that have done the work, who are moving forward, who are taking the necessary steps and precautions to secure your future or secure your present day self, you need to hone in on a spiritual practice of source, right? What is your spiritual practice, your spiritual or ritual um rotation or routine that you do every day to keep you grounded and restored within yourself? Make the necessary tweaks or changes that you need to do so in that sense, right? Because it's about to get harder, basically. Like this new cycle, like they say, new levels, new devils. So this new cycle of life that you're getting ready to go through and experience, it's going to test you in all the old ways or areas of your life that you was once tested in, to make sure that you are ready to progress forward. And then also, it's not just a test, it's also a testimony, right? It's an indication that, hey, you made it. But don't think just because you made it, that's it. Like, you still have work to do, right? And it's not like extensive work. However, it's still work to do, and work that needs to be done. And it can be done with ease, or it can be done with, that, what is the word I'm looking for, with challenge, right, or trial. And you don't have to choose that road anymore. You have an option now. You have a plethora of options, those of you who have done the work. Okay, the second message that I picked up as well, that I'm because I'm going off my notes. The second message I picked up as well from the two scriptures was to detox, right? We are going through a stage or phase of detoxing, right? So pay attention to your diet. Pay attention to what you're wanting to eat. Pay attention to how much of it you're eating, right? What times of day, excuse me, you're eating. Pay attention to your digestive system. How well functioning or malfunctioning is your digestive system. You should be excreting excrement from your system every 30 to 45 minutes after a meal. Right. So after eating a meal, within 30 to 45 minutes, you should be going to the bathroom to release, to let go. And if you're not, you are backed up, and you got to get that shit out of your system. So you're going to have to detox. And what I'm hearing and what I'm getting is you need to exercise, change your eating habits, change your diet. It's not saying that you can't eat this stuff that you once were eating before. Eat it in moderation, right? Exercise, right? Drink plenty of water. Detox your system in terms of, I was always taught to juice your vegetables, eat your fruit, right? Because your body breaks down and digests fruit and vegetables differently, right? It's more work to digest a fruit. I'm sorry, it's more work to digest a vegetable than it is to digest a fruit, right? So, and you want the fruit because your fruit is the sugar, that's your energy, right? You want positive good energy, pure organic energy to run or function or flow or what is the word I'm getting, to feed, thank you, to feed your body, right? The nutrients, the vitamins, you want that to come from your vegetables. You want your body to absorb that quickly as possible, so that it's not excreted. So you want to drink your vegetables. That means juice your vegetables and eat your fruit. Okay, do the research. It's out there. I'm not getting deeper into it than what I've already said. Okay. I also picked up, it says you need to purge anything that no longer benefits or serves you. Behaviors, mannerisms, people, places, things, your speech. I don't know if you notice when I'm speaking 15 on the clock. As I've been speaking in my videos, I've been catching myself in my speech and canceling out words and canceling out what I've said, to make sure that when I'm speaking, I'm always speaking in light, love, and positive energy, right? I'm always speaking with tenacity of growth, right? I'm always speaking my truth, the truth that I perceive, the truth that I am picking up from my own personal connection to source and my own personal connection to self and my own grounded or grounding energy, right? I choose not to seek others' journey. I choose to walk my own, right? And to share my own. And those who are connected to me or who are walking the same journey, they will pick up and perceive whatever it is they need to pick up and perceive and be put into alignment in terms of where they need to be put on their journey or their path, based off of what they have received or picked up from my videos or my um, relay of messages or information. Okay, right? I also picked up exercising, moving your body. Like, your body was designed to move. And when you do not move your body, you create stagnant, stuck energy, stored energy that sits in that muscle or sits in that joint or sits in it creates tension when you don't move, right? That ligament. So you have to get up and move around. You want to move around until you start sweating, because when you start sweating, that means you've activated that functioning system within yourself, which is like your healing power, right? It's pushing the excrement out of your system, the toxins, the impurities out of your system, so that your system can grow, evolve, and change and thrive and function and move through this ethereal change, right? Because we are not just in this space, like, right? Like, I don't know how to describe it. I was watching what was the movie earlier? Something Compass. The Golden Compass. And the little girl was talking about the dust, and they was like, don't talk about the dust. The dust not something to talk. The dust was important, and it was pivotal because the dust is the actual air and the ether around you, like the air around you that you're breathing in, right? When you are not able to function and move properly, you slow down, you become stagnant, right? And becoming stagnant is like you're no longer as pivotal or as functional as you used to be or as you need to be. You're no longer as productive or profitable within yourself or for yourself, right? Because whatever you do is what comes back to you. So whatever work you're putting in is the work that you're putting in for yourself, for your own good, for the good or betterment of the environment as a whole, for your God Christ consciousness, um I guess you say footprint. I don't know how else to describe that spirit. I'm sorry. I don't know how to describe that. I'm sorry. But be mindful, cancel, but be mindful of your relationships as well. Organize your surroundings, organize your schedule, organize your bags. I heard earlier, not earlier, it was like a few days ago, she was talking about organize your purse because people been doing spell magic on your money and stuff like that, your finances. I cancel all that energy that's sent towards me in that regard. Y'all can have all that bag. I'm good. I'm also picking up, pay attention to the things that benefit you, right? Pay attention to the things, or allow your energy to be connected to the things that benefit you. What you put your mind on, what you put your energy into, is what you will emanate towards yourself, and what you will magnetize towards yourself. Okay, so I'm gonna get into the cards because it's time to get into the cards. Now, I read the scriptures already. The scriptures were the angel of the Lord encampeth round about them that fear him and delivereth him. Psalms 34:7. And wait on the Lord, be of good cheer, and he shall strengthen thine heart. Wait and say on the Lord. Psalms 27:14. So that's also a message for um those of you that are like impulsive and just like are tired of just waiting, and like you, it's like, I'm ready, I want to move on. It's saying to take time to prepare, right? We are so quick to want to jump into new things and just take off with it. Yes, by all means, take the leap. However, taking the leap also means that it is not just a blind leap, right? It is a precise movement. It means that you've taken the time to actually organize, process, and produce whatever it is that you're seeking to organize, process, and produce, right? You're taking the leap to walk through the gateway into the new process in which you're seeking to go, right? And it says a little bit of freedom goes a long way. Take a liberty with a decision and choose what is absolutely best for you. It's exciting, it's daring, it's a leap into the unknown that will have you feeling footloose and fancy free. There is no time for fear. Dance through the doorways that are about to open for you and embrace the wonderful experiences on the other side. And I talked about that when I was saying, like, take that leap of faith, right? Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid of what God has in store for you, right? A lot of us are fearful of our own shadows, right? God wants you to see the light that he has created you to be. So don't be afraid of that shadow, right? Don't be afraid of what your light casts off onto other people. That's their problem. That's not yours, right? You're supposed to be so magnetic and so prismal that you just draw all the energy to you. And whatever is not supposed to be there will be burned away, and whatever's supposed to stay will stay. It's pretty much that simple. The second card was lust. A chance meeting with a sexy stranger could evoke feelings you have not felt for some time. Singles and those in existing relationships may be prompted to consider their options. You may find yourself pondering past conversations and unreleased romantic possibilities. Regret, obsession, and fantasy are unhealthy distractions, and a new relationship is not the solution you think it is. Address the real issue ahead of adding to it. So that's like when it comes to your relationships and connections to people, right? Assess what you've already experienced, right? Go back and play your tape back real quick. You know what I'm saying? Do some reflection and realize what you've already experienced and said relationships or said communications with people, and recognize where you're like, okay, I'm good. I said purge, right? I said to let go of what no longer serves you. So when in the past, when you were lustful and you were just, oh, I want to be with this person because it make me feel good, and oh, I want to be with this person because they have these things, or oh, I want to be with this person because they make me feel XYZ. Go back and figure out why. Why are they making you feel these things? What is it that you yourself are lacking within yourself that you feel like you need someone else to fill the void? Because you should always, always, and always, always, and always feel complete within yourself. There should be no voids within you. So when you come to connection with another person, you're not attempting to become codependent and link so much so where you are filling in their voice and they're filling in yours. Yes, you should sync. Yes. However, you should be evenly yoked. So when you're syncing, your completeness and their completeness are coming in to make a complete whole, like, diverse person, right? So go back and pay attention to the past relationships that you were in. Go back and pay attention to the past communications that you shared with certain people, and recognize who was pouring into you and who was not. Who was giving you life, love, and positive energy, and who was not. And why were they giving you life, love, and positive energy? What was it about them feeding into you? What was it that they said to you that invoked that energy or that feeling like, oh wow, I was missing that. Oh wow, I didn't have that. Okay, what was I missing that they gave me? Or what was they missing that they shine light on me so that I can find it within myself, so that when I address that person next time, I have it. It's prevalent within me because I've done the work within me, right? So I'll give you a prime example, right? When you think about failing or being um I'm hearing avoided, not avoided. What's the word I'm looking for? Abandoned. Thank you. Abandonment issues, right? When you think about abandonment, right? Abandonment, and I talked about this before. When you think about abandonment issues come from you abandoning yourself or feeling abandoned because someone or something did not show up for you and the manner in which you expected them to show up for you. So therefore they abandoned you because they did not show up for you. They did not support you, right? However, abandonment issues come from within too, right? How did you not show up for yourself? Right? You took what somebody else did and left it there and just let it ride, right? Oh, they didn't show up for me. They didn't do this for me. They didn't look out for me. They didn't protect me. They didn't, help me. They didn't, teach me to do X, Y, Z, P, D, Q. Okay, they didn't do those things. Okay, that's their part. What about your part in the situation? How did you not show up for yourself? How did you not appreciate and take care of yourself? Go back and forgive yourself for not taking care and appreciating yourself at that point in time. And then recognize how you can do it now, how you can show up now in this present moment, in this present day and time, and how you will show up for yourself in the future, right? So check yourself in terms of lusting after things. When you lust after something, you're craving it more so than you're craving yourself. And you should never crave anything more than yourself, right? No, anything more than yourself in a personal relationship with God. A personal relationship with God is a personal relationship with yourself. We're all connected to the divine. The divine is within us, right? You have to find your Christ conscious spark within you, right? And when you find that Christ conscious spark within you, that relationship within you, that relationship that you have with God, 25, that relationship that you have with source within you, then you have a communication with it, right? That's talking to yourself, right? Who are you? Why are you important? Why were you created, right? Move towards the source and the source will move towards you, right? Knocking the door should be open. You know what I'm saying? Seeking you shall find. Asking you shall receive, right? Seek me, I'm right there. Like, ask me and I'll be right there for you. I will show up for you all day, every day. It's a matter of trusting your own and intuition, your own voice, your own heart, your own willpower, your own energy, trusting yourself within yourself, knowing that you are the God source energy, the God source power, trusting your light, trusting your love, trusting your inner being, right? When you begin to trust your your inner being and trust yourself, you will know how to move accordingly and act accordingly, how to discern, right? Discernment comes from trusting yourself and trusting your ability and trusting what you have already experienced and what you've gone through and what you've learned from those experiences and situations and things that you've cycled through. Okay. The next card, prosperity. Okay. Ooh, and I dropped it. Come here, you. Right? Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. I refuse to swallow spit. I'm not doing this. I'm sorry. Snot. I'm sorry. TMI. I apologize. Prosperity. It says an obstacle will be overcome and sorted out once and for all. Starting something new and exciting, perhaps a new job or project, will see creative energy flow through like never before. An increased focus on money matters and investment. Taking risks and being financially assertive could see you in the bigger league. Plan for well. And that goes right back to what I was saying before about planning, like having a vision and making it plain, right? Yes, take the leap of faith. Taking the leap of faith means that you took the time to trust in yourself, trust in the ability that you possess, trust in the outcome, actually putting the trust into action, journaling about it, writing it down, bringing it into the forefront of your mind, and bringing it into the 3D by actually transmitting it from your mind onto paper. Right now that it's on that paper, what actions and steps or behaviors or movements can I take to actually see it become a I can say a conduit. I don't know why that came. A conduit? I don't know if conduit is the right word. Tangible. Thank you. A tangible outcome of it. Something that you can actually see, touch, feel, taste, or smell. Like something that you can actually put your hands on, right? So when you put your work in, I'm sorry, I'm channeling information, y'all. I got stuck for a second, like what? When you channel information and you're learning from yourself and you're taking that leap of faith and you're not being afraid to move forward, God is gonna bless you. Like he said, if you ask for something and you do the work and take the necessary steps behind it to see it come into volition, it's going to happen for you, right? Now that can be good or bad. Like I'm hearing, use your powers for good and not evil. Some people don't use their powers for good. And I'm telling you, if you use your powers for evil, you're gonna regret it. You're gonna be sorry because you're going backwards. You're going towards trials and tribulations and shortcomings and hardships, and that tread carefully, right? If you use your powers for evil, you're not gonna excel and proceed forward like most people would, or like you would want to, right? It's really simple. I'm being drawn to The Secret. I don't know if any of you ever heard of it, or if any of you have ever been knowledgeable to it. It came out years ago. There are some documentaries of it on YouTube. There was a couple of documentaries of it on Netflix. I don't know if it's still out. However, take the time to Google The Secret, right? And they even have it in the library. It's a book too. It's called The Secret, right? And The Secret, it talks about like manifestation power, and it talks about understanding like the law of attraction and attracting things to yourself, and how to do it in terms of your mindset and what you put your mind on and what you put your energy into, right? It taps into clairvoyance and clairaudiency, right? Clairvoyance in terms of visualizing what you want to see, or visualizing where you want to go, having a vision and making it plain. It taps into your desire and your wants and your need and your love center and your core, in terms of you wanting, and your desire in terms of you wanting and loving that said item, right? It taps into your willpower in terms of the action and the motivation that you take behind it, right? It taps into what you listen to, right? What you put your energy into, right? It taps into your behaviors and your mannerisms in terms of how you function, how you move, and how you thrive throughout the course of the day. So go and watch The Secret. If you can find it, go and watch The Secret. Go and look up the meaning of it, and the sincerity behind it. I'm also getting The Four Agreements. Go look up that, by Don Miguel Ruiz is the author. Go look that up. That's a good book too. Okay. And I'm saying it. It's on my bookshelf. I myself, I haven't read the book yet, and God Spirit just led me to the book, and it is Becoming Supernatural by Joe Dispenza, right? Another good book that you all need to go tap into, to do the work, right? Do the necessary work that you need to do to take yourself to the next level where you want to go, okay? Now, it says tread carefully. Number 47 might be very significant for somebody. Number 1, the number 42, and the number 28 might also be significant or special for someone as well, okay? It says, tread carefully. Look at what has been achieved and what still needs to be done. You are halfway there. A clearer vision of the future is about to be revealed. Don't let impatience or desire to jump ahead trip you up now. And that connects to the lust card, right? And it also connects to the prosperity, but more so to the less card, because it's like, don't jump out there without, you know, having all your ducks in a row, right? Like, we are real quick to want to be impulsive, right? So don't be impulsive. Take your time. Everything is going to play out the way it's supposed to play out in due timing, right? And the song that's playing in my head is God Has a Blessing, right? With your name on it. So what's for you will be for you. Just keep moving according to what your intuition is guiding you to do, right? Right? It says, march steadfastly on to victory, new goals, and the chance to do something you love, okay? And they say, oh, make a wish, nurture it, and because you're getting ready to have a breakthrough with your soulmate. Okay. I'm gonna pause that because that's a different reading. But connection, right? Cancel, but connection. Number 2 might be significant. 222 might be significant. 142, 322, 3242 might be significant. Something with twos is significant or important. So look up the number 2 and 222 or 22, 242s. Something about 2 is significant today. It could be significant for the next couple of days. 32, 55, 55, 555 might be important as well. Okay. Connection. It says, excuse me. Harmony is of the utmost importance as friendships, family, or significant partnerships weigh on your mind. You may be forced to confront existing relationships and question how much or how little love you have in your life. You may take you may step back from a relationship that is not working so you can enjoy more rewarding connections and long-term commitment elsewhere. So I just heard breakups, breakups, breakups. There are going to be a lot of breakups. And I said that in the beginning of reading when I said remove yourself from people, places, and things. It's time to detox. So when you start to grow, evolve, and change, and you start to mature, and you start to take, like, you just take a stance within yourself and say, I don't want to deal with this anymore. Your spirit can't stand certain things anymore, right? When you go through stuff, After a while, you're just tired of it. I don't want to deal with this anymore. I don't want to feel this anymore. I don't want to be in this energy anymore. I don't want to be in this space anymore. You get fed up. You get to a place where you're fed up, and that is like your pressure point, right? I'm hearing breaking point, right? And that's significant because I saw the card breakthrough. That's your breaking point, right? And I'm hearing Carrie Hilson songs. Everybody has a breaking point, y'all. So when she's talking about breaking point, everybody has a point where they're fed up and they're tired of this shit. And they're like, look, I'm not doing it no more, right? So what I'm getting from this card is that, and the message that I'm pulling in, and I already tapped on, it's time to break away from the quote unquote norm, because the norm is not the norm anymore, right? There is no such thing as normal. My son said that to me earlier and I was laughing at him. I'm like, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. There's no such thing as normal. However, your norm is no longer comfortable for you. Which once was normal to you, which once was functional and okay for you, 444, is no longer important to you. 144, 444, 144, and 44 are important numbers. So go look that up. I believe 444 is indication or spirit number to let you know that you are moving in the divine path or divine right, or you're moving in the right direction. So keep going, right? 944. I'm seeing that. That's a I got that on the wall somewhere, don't I? It's over there. It's over there somewhere. 944. Yeah. 944. Focus on your goals. Okay. So 944 is telling you to focus, lock in. Okay. And so I'm not gonna go any longer than longer than this. This was your collective and ancestral spirit guide message, or collective message, intuitive message from the ethers, in terms of what you need to expect for this week. Okay, this upcoming week, this upcoming cycle. It could be this week, next week, or the week after. That's what I'm getting for the next month. Thank you. They said for the next month. So collective reading for the things that you expect within the next month, right? So expect to meet and greet new people, networking, expect prosperity, expect changes. You're going to come across some people that's going to be some holes that are going to attempt to trigger you and take you to a space or place that you once used to be. They're just testing you, right? It's just a test of your faith. It's a test of your strength. It's a test of your tenacity. It's a test of your ability to keep moving forward, right? It's a test of your focus, right? Are you going to allow someone to distract you, deter you from where you're supposed to be going, right? And I'm getting like, be wary of snakes in the grass. And I'm hearing that backstabber song. They smiling in your face all the time. They want to take your place. And backstabbers. Yeah. So, like I said, this is a warning message for, or the collective message for this month of April. With light, love, and positive energy, always remember to thine own self be true. Peace and shit I'm going to say. I love you all like beings, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.